Okay, so this lesson we're going to do a graphic organizer to review percent proportions. So part over whole equals percent over 100. We've also talked about if it's problems like these two on the left, it's going to be is over of. Okay, so find the missing piece. We're going to cross multiply, and we're going to then divide. Okay, so I'm going to be either. We're going to cross multiply, then divide to find the missing piece. Okay, so percent over 100 equals part over whole. If you need the words in there, feel free to put them. All right, we're going to use this for each and everything. Now for the first one, with the small ones that aren't word problems, they don't have context. Remember, we're going to do percent over 100 equals, and we can go is over of for these. All right, so on this one, we're going to do 78% of 50. And then our missing spot is going to be our x. Then we're going to cross multiply. So 100 times x is 100x. And then we're going to go 78 times 50. Which is 3,900. Okay. Then we're going to divide both sides by 100. Cross off those zeros. So on this one, x is going to equal 39. Okay. We're going to look for another missing part here. Again, percent over 100 is equal to is over of with these types of problems. So 48% of 250. And the x goes in the last spot. We're going to cross multiply it. Okay. Cross multiply, then divide. So x here is equal to 120. Okay, so they've kind of got it set up to where you're going to find the same kind of parts each time. So this one we're going to find missing parts, then we'll end up looking on the other side at missing whole and percent. But again, it doesn't really matter. We're still doing percent over 100. And this one is going to be part over whole because it's a word problem. You do need that information. Sarah has finished reading 65% of her book that is 300 pages long. How many pages has she read? So she read 65% of her 300-page book. So the whole book is 300 pages. She's looking for the number of pages that she's read because she hasn't read the whole book yet. Once you're set up, cross multiply, then divide. Okay. So x here is going to be 195. And that's going to be pages. Okay, because that's what she's read in her book so far. All right, Ashton leaves 22% tip at the on a bill that is $20. How much tip does he leave? So we're going to go percent over 100 equals part over whole. 22% on a bill that is $20. So the total bill was $20. We're looking for the tip, just the parts. Go ahead and cross multiply. Again, feel free to pause this anytime that you need to. Okay, so his tip is $4.40. Okay, 440 divided by 100. Pause this if you need to make sure that you've got any pieces that you didn't get. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip over to the other side where we'll talk about missing whole. Again, same setup. Setups are not going to change. It's going to be percent over 100, and then with the little problems, it's is over of or part over whole. Okay, so when we look at this, 18 is, this was the one exception that goes in the is spot. Is and of should come before with this exception. Okay. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply. Then divide. All right, x equals 600. All right, another one here. These are more just like practice. Feel free to pause and do them and then fast forward if you'd like. You don't have to go at this pace. Okay, 80% of what number is 32? There's my x. Go ahead and cross multiply. Then divide. And x is equal to 40. I find these problems to be much easier if there's context with it like this, but we have to do what we can. Percent over 100 equals part over whole. All right, David is 60% done with his homework. He has worked on it for 15 minutes so far. How long will David need to spend on his homework? So he's only worked on it for part of the time. He's looking for the whole time. So that's your setup. Go ahead and cross multiply. Then divide. So it looks like he's going to work on it for 25 minutes. Okay. All right, next. Percent over 100 equals part over whole. The Smiths have drove 312 miles. This is 24% of their road trip. How many miles long is the road trip? So they're looking for the total road trip. They've went 24%, which is actually 312 miles. We're going to go ahead and cross multiply. Then divide. So it looks like their road trip is going to be 1,300 miles. you're really getting the hang of this, go ahead. You can pause this at any time and you can work on it and then fast forward through parts of it if needed. Just to review here, percent over 100 is equal to is over of with these types of problems. Now remember, on these, it's percent over 100 is equal to part over whole. Okay? Here we go. What percent of 200 is 150? Is 150 of 200? And we're looking for the percent. So now that we have it set up, we'll go ahead and cross multiply. Then divide. So x is equal to 75. And again, that's going to be percent because that's the column that you're looking for. That's the one that actually needs a percent sign or something on it. Okay, so let's look at another one. Percent over 100 is equal to is over of. 4 is what percent of 20? Okay, now you're going to cross multiply, then divide. So x here is equal to 20. And again, percent, because you're looking for percent. Okay. Next, Maya answered 18 out of the 25 questions right on the last math quiz. What percent is this? So we're looking for percent. Okay. She answered 18 out of the 25 correct. So the total was 25 questions. She got 18 correct. Let's go ahead and cross multiply. Then divide. So we're then looking at, she got a 72% on her test. Okay, got one more here. Again, percent over 100 is equal to part over whole. Jake receives $90 off a $300 video game system. We're looking what percent discount he received. He got $90 off the $300. So $300 was the total price, and he got the $90 off. Okay, we're now going to cross multiply and then divide. So it looks like he got a 30% discount. Now you should be working on your packet, finishing anything that you've missed. Here is missing whole. If you need to review any of this or get any of this that you missed, go ahead and pause. Here is missing percent. If you missed any of that, go ahead and pause now and you can check that. Okay, see Google Classroom for other information.